stop scrolling. I'm going to show you how to make this one. I am getting ready to work with this 1.5-inch ribbon, and we're going to make the cutest bow. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my easy bow maker. It's going to work as my holder to let us rock and roll this design out. So I'm going to load up my spool holder with that, and you have to decide how long you want your tails to be. And I want my tails really pretty long for this. I'm going to go 16 inches. And I know I want this cut on a right-hand angle. And the good thing is this has kind of a pattern on it to help us cut it, but it turns out perfect if you can do that. So I'm going to go with 16-inch tail, and I will bring that right to the center. And then I twist. And then the cool thing is we can build this bow from the back up. So I'm going to start over here at about, let's go at about 5.5. I don't want it too big. You know what? If you want to see what we're going to put this bow on, you better ask in the comments, and I'll be happy to share with you where that video is. But we're going 5.5 on the first layer of the bow, and then I'll scrunch it down, and then I want you to cut these. So you make these cuts depending on how many tails you want, and you build up a layer by layer. So 5.5, 5.5. This looks suspiciously longer. There we go. That looks a little bit better. You know, sometimes I get a little wonky. It could happen. Now I'm going to come in with my next layer. And since this tail is going to be on the right, now I want to take and cut it at an angle. And I want you to come in and place that right in here. And decide how much shorter you want the tail to be. I'm going to go like 12 inches. Just a little shorter. Twist that in the center. Now I want to come in and do 2 loops on this side. So we're going to go at 4.5. Come in and twist. Now I'm going to go to the right, and we'll do the same. Repeat that same process. And instead of cutting, we're going to keep twisting and build up from here. So in design school, when we make multi-layer bows, I walk you through that process, and you get a whole video library of every bow we ever make, because I always do the bows separately on every project. So that's one benefit about being in class, is you have at your fingertips an entire portal of bow recipes and wreath recipes that are done step by step. You don't have to listen to chit chat. You can come right back in and learn what you need when you need it. So you can make really cute bows like this, or several layers and multi-directional ribbons, and lots of depth and dimension when we layer bows up. So we've got all that for you. Now that I've got these done, I've got my 2 sets of tails on either side, and I've got my cute little bow. I like to finish off with a little bow tie. So I'm going to take and make a little loop out of the ribbon. Now you've got to kind of bring the ribbon over to the bow maker, or measure it on your work table so you kind of have an idea. I think I'd like these to be about 4 inches piece on either side. So we'll need 8 total from here to here. So I have to make it a little bit bigger. And then once you know how wide you want it, you're going to trim it there. And then you're going to have these meet in the middle and rotate it over. And we're going to do what we call a bow tie. So just like you'd make a bow tie for your shirt or tie a bow tie, you're going to do the same thing with ribbon. And just pleat that up. Now, this tail is sticking out just a little bit because we had angle cut that. So I'm just going to trim that off. If it's cut straight, that probably won't happen, but it's angle cut. So I trim that off, and now I'm going to slide this in. Oh my gosh. And you have the cutest little bow tie to finish it off. And that's because that has no tails coming down, and it just makes it so sharp. So let's grab our cable ties. That's how we're going to secure the bow. Not only to hold it in the center, but that's how we're going to secure it to our wreath. They're usually used for electrical, but they work great to get a lot of tension when we're doing floral design. So now that I have the bow in my hand, I want you to rotate this behind and start to fluff it all up. We got to separate each section into the different pieces right here. So if you like the way I'm teaching today, and you really want to learn the mechanics and the skills behind designing, I would love to teach you. Just come join us in design school. Not only do we teach bows, but we teach many different types of floral designs every month. And as soon as you join, you get access to the hundreds of videos in the portal to help you get on your floral design journey. And yep, it's all artificial florals, so you can learn to make and eventually sell if you like your pieces. But most of all, just enjoy the passion of creating together. Now you see the center, you can see the cable tie. That's our last little step here that I like to do, is come in with a strip of the ribbon cut about 8 inches is the minimum that you can do. Otherwise, you're just fighting it too much. And you can see me here fold it on itself to make a nice little strip. And then we're going to run that right down the middle. So I'm coming down here. Look at right there down the center. And then I'm going to take and gather these and pull them tight in the back. Once we made a little knot there, and then just trim off the ends. Simple cleanup part. And look at our finished bow. It's sweet and it's simple. And do you see how polished it looks with that bow tie in the middle? Oh, y'all.